Hello everyone, this is Teacher Chan, your math companion. In today's video, we're going to discuss about divisibility rules. But before we proceed, let us first learn what does it mean when we say divisible by. When a number can be divided by another number equally without remainder, then we say that a number is divisible by another number. Let's cite some example. I have here 10 divided by 2. What is 10 divided by 2? Yes, it's 5. Is there any remainder? No, there is no remainder. Therefore, we say that 10 is divisible by what? By 2. Next example, 10 divided by 5. How many 5s are there in 10? Yes, exactly. There are 2 5s. Is there any remainder? No, there is no remainder. So we say that 10 is also divisible by 5. Now that you know already what does it mean when we say divisible by another number, then we can already proceed to our first lesson. And that is all about divisibility rules 2, 5, and 10. But before we go further for the discussion about divisibility rules 2, 5, and 10, let us first read this problem. The problem here is Mia collected 200 stickers for her friends. Can the collected stickers be equally divided by 2 friends, 5 friends, or 10 friends? To answer this problem here on the board, we need to learn first the divisibility rules 2, 5, and 10. And let's begin with divisibility rule number 2. What does it say in divisibility rule number 2? When we say a number a divisible by 2, it means that a number should end with even digit. Now, what are those even digits? Can you still remember your topic about odd and even? Yes, those are 0. What else? 2. Definitely right. 4, 6, and the last is 8. Now, when the number ends with 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8, then we can already say that that number is divisible by 2. Let's try some example. I have here 126. This 126, what is the last digit of this number? Correct, it's 6. Is 6 even or odd? It's definitely, you're correct. It's even number. So since that 6 is even, therefore, we say that 126 is divisible by what? By 2. Look at how amazing this divisibility rule. It helps us to shorten our computation. Instead of doing the traditional way of dividing numbers, like 126 divided by 2, this divisibility rule helps us to make it faster. Alright. How about 25,134? Do you think this big number here is divisible by 2? What is the last digit of this number? Yes, it's 4. Is 4 even or odd? Absolutely, it's even number. Therefore, this 25,134 is divisible by divisible by 2. Look at how easy the divisibility rule number 2 is. Now, since that you know already how to check if a number is divisible by 2, then we are going to proceed to our next topic about divisibility rule number 4. Are you ready? Now, since that you already know how to identify if a number is divisible by 2, then we are going to proceed now to our next topic about divisibility rule number 5. Now, what is the statement or the condition in the divisibility rule number 5? It says here that a number is divisible by 5 if the last digit is 0 or 5. Now, there are countless of numbers that end with 0 or 5. But I have to give you this example. I have here 405. This number ends with, correct, ends with 5. Do you think this 5 is divisible by 5? Yes, definitely. So we say that this number is divisible by 5. Now, you don't need to divide it actually. You just have to check the last digit. Another example, 125,080. Let's pause for a moment and try to check if this number is divisible by 5. The last digit is, definitely it's 0. Does it answer the condition? Yes, because according to the condition, a number is divisible by 5 if it ends with 5 or 0. Now look at this number, it ends with 0. Then, definitely it is divisible by 5 also. Can you give your own number that is divisible by 5? If you wish to give, then drop it in our comment section. Now, since that you know already how to identify if a number is divisible by 5, then let's move on to the divisibility rule number 10. Now, according to the divisibility rule number 10, a number is divisible by 10 if it ends with 0. I know that you already have in your mind those numbers, a lot of numbers that end with 0. But I have to give my example. I have here 315,140. This number is so big, right? And if you're gonna divide it by 10, it will take you so much time. But with the divisibility rule number 10, you just have to check the last digit. And if it's 0, then it must be divisible by 10. Then we say that just 315,140 is divisible by what? By 10. What else? I have here 1,007,055. Very big number. Now let me ask you, is this number here on the board is divisible by 10? Let's try to check its its last digit. The last digit here is 5. Does it answer our condition in divisibility rule number 10? Definitely not, because it must end with 0. And here it ends with 5. So we say that this 1,007,055 is not divisible by 10. Alright, since that you know already how to identify if a number is divisible by 2, if a number is divisible by 5, and if a number is divisible by 10, then we are going to go back to the problem that I have given you earlier and try to answer it. Are you ready? Let's begin. Now, as you can see on the board, I have here a table with 290 as its content. But what do you think is the purpose of this table here? Well, this is a divisibility test, and that will help us to answer this problem. So first thing that we have to do is to make a table and then fill it with number and then try to check it if it's divisible by 2, by 5, or by 10. Because if we go back to the question earlier, it is asked here that can the collected stickers be equally divided by 2 friends, 5 friends, or 10 friends? Let's try to check. First, is this 200 divisible by 2? Remember, the statement in divisibility rule number 2 is the number is divisible by 2 if it ends with even digit. Remember, the last digit of this 290 is 0, and definitely 0 is an even digit. So we say it is divisible by 2. How about 5? Do you think 290 is divisible by 5? Awesome! It's divisible by 5 because it ends with 0. How about 10? Obviously, it is divisible by 10 since it is ending with 0. So we say it is also divisible by 10. Since that we're done already with our divisibility test, now we can already answer the problem. So I must say that Mia can equally divide the 290 stickers by 2 friends, 5 friends, and 10 friends. Did you get it? Now, to enrich your understanding about the divisibility rule, I have some questions for you to answer. Are you ready? You just have to tell me if it's true or false. This part, actually, I usually call this is the math chat part. Because we're going to chat each other and we're going to try to check if this statement is true or false. So my statement is, all numbers that are divisible by 10 are also divisible by 2 and 5. True or false? Again, all numbers that are divisible by 10 are also divisible by 2 and 5. Is it true or false? I'll give you 5 seconds to think of it. You may drop your answers in the comment section if you want. Alright, thank you so much. The answer is yes, it is true. Because remember that 2 and 5 are just factors of 10. Isn't it? Try to multiply 2 times 5. Those two will give you 10. Definitely. Since that we're done already discussing about the divisibility rule, 2, 5, and 10, and I know that you learned so much from this video, then I have to leave this question for you before I'll end this video. Okay? And I want you to write your answer in the comment section. Okay? So my question is, can you find a number or the biggest 3-digit number that is divisible by 2, 5, and 10? Again, can you find the biggest 3-digit number that is divisible by 2, 5, and 10? If you can, then you may drop your answer in the comment section below.